Sapamagata kita tadi midirana. Sapamagata kita tadi midirana. Sa rigatta bari rigarini sa rigatta bari. Sapamaga mama ga mama ga mama ga mama ga paga gari sanisa donde está mi ante? Say yeah yeah yeah.
Dignitaries and teachers and my dear friends, my name is K. Yashaswini. I am studying first class in Sri Chaitanya School. Today I am going to narrate a beautiful story of a greedy man. In this story, there are two characters, the greedy man and the ant. The story goes on like this. Once upon a time, there lived a poor farmer. He was very greedy. He had a hen. One day evening, he was very hungry. The farmer caught the hen and tried to kill it. Then the hen spoke, "Oh farmer, don't kill me. I will help you. I lay a golden equipment for you." The farmer asked her, "How can I help you? Oh farmer, if I don't play gold tomorrow, you can kill me then." The farmer waited for a master woke up. He went to the farmer shop to see the golden egg. The farmer sold the egg for a huge money and become rich. The farmer thought a lot of eggs present in the stomach. He got a knife and cut the stomach of the, but there is no egg in the stomach. He was very sad. Moral of the story: greedy is a curse. Another moral of the story: it is possible to satisfy your needs, but it is impossible to satisfy your dreams. Thank you very much for giving this. All of you, my name is Sophia. I study first class. My school visited me. I tell you about a fox and a frog story. One day, a fox invites a frog from dinner. The frog very happily comes to the fox house. The fox comes to the two bones. The very shallow. The frog cannot take it to all, very upset. The fox drinks it very quickly. The fox said, why don't you drink it back too? Don't you like it? The frog said, it's so very delicious, but I don't like it. The frog was very angry and it left the poor fox out. Thus today, a frog invites a fox wanted that. A fox very happily comes to the frog house. The frog comes with two long sharks. The frog drinks it very quickly. The fox cannot drink it too. He realized his mistake. He felt sorry and both are friends. Moral self-care that bad fight sooner or later. Thank you guys.
Melodies, teachers, and my dear friends. I am Dr. Castro, studying in 300 Techno School. Today I am here in front of you all to narrate a beautiful story. The Blue Umbrella, written by Rustin Bond. Characters in the story are Binja, a beautiful girl, and Arthur Coleman, named Azara, and Ram Bhaskar. The Blue Umbrella story is about a girl named Binja. One day, she saw an extraordinary bright blue silk umbrella. She exchanged her leopard claw pendant necklace with a bright blue silk umbrella to a lady who came from the city for a picnic. The umbrella was so beautiful that everyone in the village dreamed of having one. Binja always used to carry the umbrella with her wherever she goes. There was one more person who was deeply desired to have a fancy blue umbrella. He was an older man and also richest in the village. His name was Ram Bhaskar and he was a shop owner. He even tried to buy that umbrella from Binja, saying that his umbrella is not for a visitor. But Binja refused to sell. Binja was so attached to that umbrella and she barely pulls it out. As the years passed, the umbrella began to fade its color, but still the umbrella was best in the village. As the time passes, Ram's jealousy of the umbrella turns into an obsession, and he employs a boy named Rangaram from the next village to work at the shop. He tried to steal the umbrella from Binja, but unfortunately he was caught. And now everyone in the village started hating Ram for his act. Now no one listened to go to Ram's shop. Ram was extremely disappointed with his action. One day, Binja went to Ram's shop to buy a candy and she left the umbrella there. Ram got the feeling to keep the umbrella, but he was disappointed and ran out of the shop and called Binja to take back her umbrella. But Binja said she left the umbrella.
Good morning to respected principal sir, vice principal sir, to your judges, to the RA sir, to all teachers and to my friends. My name is Navyasri Devi. I am studying 4th in Sri Chaitanya School. Now I am telling about the blue umbrella story. The characters of the story are a girl Binja, a shopkeeper and shopkeeper's servant. Going to the story, once upon a time there lived a girl named Binja in village of Himachal Pradesh. She had a beautiful blue umbrella which was popular among the village, and the shopkeeper name is Ram Bhaskar, who was strong and most wanted this umbrella, and however he wanted this umbrella at any cost. But Binja refused this beautiful blue umbrella. One day, Ram Bhaskar's servant tried to steal this blue umbrella, and he was caught by the villagers. After that, all villagers cooperate with the Ram shopkeeper. Lost in all scientific situations. Binya feels sorry to Rambarosa. She gifted a beautiful blue umbrella to Rambarosa. Rambarosa gifted a beautiful necklace with base class written by Ruskin Bond. The story is normal or simple, but it teaches to us the lesson of humanity. The moral of the story is the person has the sense to keep others happy. Thank you for this suggestion.
A pleasant morning to everyone. My name is K. Harshit from 5th class section D. Today I am standing in front of you to present the autobiography of Abdul Kalam. He is Abdul Kalam, the missile man of India and also an aerospace scientist. He served as a president from 2002 to 2007 and played a huge role in developing nuclear and missile programs of India. He was born on 15th October 1931 in Rameshwaram at Tamil Nadu. He was born in a Tamil poor and Muslim family. As his family is poor, he helped his family by selling tamarind seeds and newspaper. His father's name was Jailabdi and he was the owner of a boat in a local mosque, and his mother's name is Ashama and she was a housewife. This is Abdul Kalam's family. He pursued his matriculation from a higher secondary school in Ramanathapuram named Swartz Secondary School. After that, he studied in St. Joseph's College and became a physics graduate. After that, for further study, he went to Madras and from Madras Institute of Technology, he did his aerospace engineering. After that, for becoming a fighter pilot, he returned IAS, but his dream of becoming a fighter pilot could not fulfill as he came in the night class and there are only 8 positions available. After graduation, he joined in DRDO, Defense Research and Development Organization, and he is a scientist. When he was a part of the Incosphere Committee, he works under the space scientist Vikram Sarabhai. In 1969, he was transferred to ISRO. The SLV-3 satellite launch vehicle project, which was one of the important projects of India, was led by Abdul Kalam. The Rohini satellite was successfully launched by the SLV-3 to near Earth orbit under the leadership of Kalam. He became the leader in Integrated Missile Development Program (ICM).
Dignitaries, teachers, and my dear friends, I am Samanvita of class 4. Today I am here to narrate a wonderful story, The Necklace. The characters of this story are Matilda, Matilda's husband, and Matilda's friend Jane. The necklace is a French tale. Matilda was an admirable girl. She was married to a small clerk. This newly married couple had to attend a birthday party. Matilda started crying for the good dress and jewels for the occasion. Her husband bought the suitable dress. Her husband advised her to borrow some jewels from her rich friend Jane. She borrowed the beautiful diamond necklace. The day arrived. Matilda was the prettiest woman present in the party. She danced madly. She lost her necklace in the party. Matilda and her husband found a similar necklace worth 36,000 francs. Matilda had 18,000 francs. She borrowed the rest. The couple toiled for 10 years laboriously to pay their debt off. Matilda looked old now. On one Sunday, the young Jane came across the old Matilda. Matilda told everything that had happened. The Jane simply told that the lost necklace was imitation. The moral of the story is be happy with what we have, what we are. Thank you friends for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Secretary, teachers and all my dear friends, my name is Ashriti from class 5. Today I am present in front of you all to narrate a beautiful story, The Necklace. The characters of the story were Matilda's husband Victor and Matilda's friend Louis. Matilda was a poor girl who was born in a poor family. She was married by a small clerk who works in a college. One day he bought an invitation to party. After listening that, she started crying. Her husband asked, "Oh my dear Matilda, why are you crying?" She said, "I do not have any new dress to wear for the party." So he given 400 francs to buy a new dress. She bought a new dress with that 400 francs. After 2 or 3 days, she started crying again. Her husband asked, "Why are you crying again?" She said, "I do not have any jewelry for the party." Then he said, "You asked your rich friend Louis." The next day, she went to her friend's house and asked for some jewelry. Her friend brings a box of jewelry and asked to select one. And Matilda was confused to select because there were gold and silver earrings and gold and silver necklaces also. Then she found a beautiful diamond necklace. This is a beautiful diamond necklace. And she selected that. And that night she wore that beautiful diamond necklace and the new dress for the party. And they both went to the party and danced in the party. So after returning back home, they noticed that her necklace was gone. So they checked in the folds of her dress and stripped, but there is no piece of jewelry. So they given police complaint and printed in newspaper, but they have no use. So Matilda called to her friend and said, "Your necklace is in some repair. I will return back you in 1 month." So she went to the jewelry shop and found the same diamond necklace there and asked the shopkeeper how much it was. He said it was 40,000 francs. But Matilda said, "I will buy it some days. You keep it aside." And she borrowed that money from some teachers and my name is Priyanka. I am studying physics. Today I am telling a story about the necklace. There are 3 main characters in this necklace story. There are Matilda, her husband, and her best friend Jane. Once upon a time, one girl is there. Her name is Matilda. She born in a poor family. Her husband works in the minister department. One day he come to home happily with an invitation and said, "Look my dear, this is an birthday invitation." Then Matilda cried. Her husband said, "Why are you crying dear? What is the matter with you?" Then Matilda said, "I don't have any suitable dress to wear for the party." Then her husband said, "Okay, don't cry my dear. I will give the money to buy a new dress." Then Matilda buy a new red dress. It is looking so pretty. After some days, Matilda again cried. Her husband said, "Why are you crying dear? What is the matter with you again?" Then Matilda said, "I don't have any jewelry to wear for the party." Then her husband said, "Oh my dear, I don't have any money to buy a new jewelry. You should ask your best friend Jane." Then Matilda go to Jane's house. They talk sometime. Matilda sent her problem to Jane and Jane said, "Okay my dear, I will give the jewelry to you wear for the party." Then Jane went to her dressing table, took 3 boxes to Matilda.
Then in the first box there is a necklaces in the bracelet. In the second box there is a necklaces in the earring. The two boxes Mithila each like that. But in the third box she found a beautiful diamond necklace. It is looking so pretty. Mithila said, "Wow, it is looking so beautiful. I will take it for the party." Then Jane said, "Okay, sure, my dear." Then after Mithila wears that beautiful dress and beautiful necklace for the party. She is so pretty in that party. They spent a long time in the party for dance. And after a long time they come to home lately. Mithila wanted to look again in the mirror with that beautiful necklace. But she was shocked and she was cried because the necklace was lost. Then her husband said, "Why are you crying, dear? What is the matter with you?" Then Mithila said, "My necklace was lost." Her husband said, "Okay, don't cry. I will search in the party place." Then her husband searched in the party place also, but it is not there. Then he became sadder and
A dignitary teacher and dear friend. My name is K.V. Mokshadna. Today I am here to narrate the autobiography of a famous person. Do you know that person is none other than APJ Abdul Kalam. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam needs no introduction. He is not just a name but a feeling. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Do you know who is he? He was a great scientist and ideal. Do you know how many years he spent for scientists? It's nearly 40 years. An ideal teacher and the President of India. From childhood onwards, he was also a good student. His favorite subject was mathematics. He loved for mathematics, made him to study aerospace, engineering and physics. Do you know when and where he born? He was born on 15 October 1931 in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. He belongs to a poor fisherman family. His father's name was Jailaddin. His mother's name was Aisha Amma. Dr. Kalam was a man of simple living and high thinking. He became an important part in Indian Space Organization by ISRO in 1963. Dr. Kalam, popular known as Missile Man of India. He made 2 missiles, Agni and Prithvi. He wrote 3 popular books based on science and power of youth. The one of the popular book is
About Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Missile Man of India. He was born on 15th October 1931. His full name is Abul Bakri Jainuddin Abdul Kalam. Was an Indian aerospace scientist who served as 11th President of India from 2002 to 2007. He studied physics and aerospace engineering. He studied in Swartz Higher Secondary School. After that, he studied in St. Joseph College. After that, he attended the Madras Institute of Technology, where he received a degree in aeronautical engineering in 1960. After his graduation, he joined in the Defense Research and Development Organization and Indian Military Research and later the Indian Space Research Organization. This is the
picture of Abdul Kalam in his research center. Apart from all this looking into his personal details, he comes from a very poor and orthodox family. His mother is Ashiamma and his father is Jainlati, very kind-hearted, and his father is very strict in all the expenditure and lead a very simple life. According to his family situation, Kalam used to help his cousin in Papaboy job so that he could earn something that is helpful for his family. Although I believe all the circumstances that led him heights in his career. Abdul Kalam also wrote a book on his lifestyle called Winds of Fire. After his success, he joined in the school club, and then one student asked to Kalamji to give the formula for his success in the journey of Rameshwaram to Rashtrapati Bhavan. Then he replied that there are 4 main mantras which led me in heights in my career. The first one is I'll have a great aim. The second one is I'll continuously acquire the knowledge. And the third thing is I'll do hard work. And fourth thing is I'll persevere and succeed. These are the 4 main mantras which led Kalamji to a successful path. So let us follow this and let life be succeed. Thank you for giving this beautiful opportunity.
Hello everyone, my name is Kevaatsulya Vajeshri. I am studying second class. My school name is Sri Chaitanya Techno School. Today I am telling one story. The story name is The Ant and Grasshopper. Once upon a time there was an ant and grasshopper. They lived in someone's prison. Ant very grasshopper, grasshopper very lazy person. He sings a song like this. La 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 la. One day, ants saw food for in their season. Suddenly, one ant welcomed it, James and Brownie. Ants asked Grasshopper, Grasshopper, please help me. I'm always thankful to you. Said down, Grasshopper sat down. You always do work. I have so much of work. Let's listen my song and see my dance, said Grasshopper. And said Grasshopper, I am sorry, I have so much of work, and nicely escaped to Grasshopper. He said this in his case. Grasshopper so cool. It finally decided to go to the ants' home. Grasshopper feeling like I cannot sing any songs. And Grasshopper asked Grasshopper, and please help me. I have so much of hungry. Please give me children. And said Grasshopper, there is no food for you. Goodbye. Moral of the story is there is a time for work, there is a time for play. Thank you all of you. Today I want to tell a story. The title of the story is The Magic of the Lost Temple. City girl Muni had 12 years old. She visits her grandparents during her summer vacation. So my dear friends, would you like to go to your grandparents' house? Yes, I do like to go to my grandparents' house and I enjoy a lot with them. Muni also enjoy a lot with her grandparents. She invited in a flurry of activities, makes a new friend and learns to ride a cycle with them. But slowly things get exciting. One rainy afternoon, Mooni stands on the stone in the forest with an umbrella. She saw more wild animals in the forest. Finally, she saw a funniest animal. What is the funniest animal? The funniest animal is an elephant. Elephant makes Mooni very happy and very funny. After some time, Mooni saw an old temple. Mooni go inside and pray to the Lord Shiva. What is there in the temple of God? One man came beside of Mooni and said, this Lord Shiva was broke by kingdom. Said, but the Mooni was very clever and very intelligent. The funniest animal is listening what they are talking. But the Mooni said, don't worry, it will be not broken by kingdom. It will be broken by nature. Said the elephant researched why the temple was broken by kingdom. Last, it is think that this and temple was built by nature. Said this much available. The Muni joined in an adventure of a lifetime. This much available. The magic of the lost temple. Written by Sudhamurti. Moral of the story. What is the moral? The moral of the story is experience the true things of adventure lifetime. Thank you for giving this opportunity.